Guys, welcome back to Excel VBA Tutorial Series. In this chapter I will demonstrate how can we save data on a notepad file using Excel VBA. Now while we save this data, at the same time we are looking at capturing the execution time that it has taken for the code to run and save data from Excel to a notepad file, which is what we've done for the previous 3 tutorials. If you haven't seen those yet, I would recommend you go back to those 3 tutorials, as they talk about interacting with Word document, Microsoft Access and Excel itself as an alternate workbook and the amount of time that it takes. So let us now jump down to the Developers tab and Visual Basic. So these 2 lines of code that I've highlighted, this will basically help me get the time that it's taken to complete the execution, so you can ignore those 2 lines for now. In order to open a notepad file, you may want to start off with defining a string. So let's say dim my file as string, and then later once we open this file we will append it and to a file number, which we will later refer to the file with the file number. So let's say file number as long. Now to start off with, we will assign our path to my file. I've created a sample notepad here. I will right click on that, I will go to properties and I will grab the path from right here. I've got the name, I've got the path directory. Now I will use the name of my notepad file, and finally I will use the extension here, which is .txt. So we've managed to get the entire path to be able to open this file. Now the next thing what we will do is we will set up the file number to a free file. What this would do is this would set up the number based on the number of files opened or whatever is the free file. So the next thing you may want to do is you may want to say open my file, and then you may want to say for append as file number. So what this would do is this would append my file, which is assigned to our path, which is assigned to our text document, the notepad file, to this file number, which we will use from now, and we will not use my file. Now the next thing you may want to say is print to my file, which we are referring through to as file number from now onwards. And the data we want to print is in range A2 and range B2. So I will say the data I want to print is range A2 dot value and a blank, and then range B2 dot value, and then finally I will say close file number, which will close down the file that we are referring to as a free file number. So this should pretty much serve the purpose by opening a notepad file and then saving data onto it. Now the last thing we would want to capture is the amount of time that it has taken to complete this execution. So we want to save it in range h5. So we will say range h5 dot value equal to end time minus start time, which should give us the execution time that it has taken to save the data. Now our code is pretty much ready, guys. We will just jump down to the Excel workbook. I will assign this macro to a button I've created. Now I will click on this button, and as we can see, it's not taking any time at all to save the data onto a notepad file, which is just amazing. So I will just minimize this now. I will open the notepad file that we had created, and yep, as we can see, so the data that we requested for has been pasted on this notepad file in no time at all. So this is pretty much how we can open a notepad file and save data onto it. So I hope the video was helpful, guys. Please stay tuned for more videos, and thanks for watching this. Take care.